We're coming in early. We're in. Hey, everybody. Hey, hi. I'm Trooper SAP, and this is the Academic Foxhole. And it is Mac Game Thursday, where we're playing, the Long Dark, also known as hernias and hypothermia. Hey, everybody. How are you? Okay, look. We have to talk. And by we have to talk, I mean that I've got musicology on the mind. Oh, you haven't seen the pink beard? Hey, Devil Crayon Courier. Yeah. I went pink. I need to shave because I'm getting scruffy. But I also just I got this pink because it matched the wig that I had for this one shot. But I have a slightly darker pink that I think I'm going to go and re-dye my facial hair tonight or tomorrow. I don't know. At some point in time with a slightly darker pink. So I'm interested to see how that works. So, look. I need to talk to you about this thesis. It's not actually a thesis yet. It's an observation that may become a thesis, and I wanted to talk to you all about it. So, we have a giveaway, by the way. It's going to be Call of Duty World War II, because of course it is. So, look, I want to talk about this. Are you ready? Good thing I've just started making you. Yes. Okay, look. Let's talk about an observation that I had years ago. I'm teaching history of rock and roll right now, right? So I had this observation years ago that then led to, so there was an observation I had, I just noted, I thought it was interesting. And then today's what, Thursday? Tuesday, we're into the 80s now, right? And so Tuesday we did heavy metal. I did the heavy metal lecture Tuesday. Today I did the rap lecture. And then next Tuesday I'm doing the alternative lecture. So all three of these are basically looking at three genres that are attached to marginalized people from the early 80s into the early 90s. Like all three of them are kind of looking at that time period. And I was talking about deindustrialization. So anyway, look. What order would I say these things in? Okay. 1970s, deindustrialization, right? The collapse of the sorts of jobs that would get working class people into the middle class. Beginning in 1980, the attack against union wages and the collapse of unions and, a lot of things are happening, right? Yes, maybe not the best time period from the late 70s into the 80s. And there is an article that I really like called Anything But Heavy Metal, Symbolic Exclusions in Musical Taste or something like this. It's by Bethany Bryson, and she's a sociologist. And she was looking at this thing that people used to say back in the day, which was I like all music, but not heavy metal, rap, and country. Nowadays, they just say I like all music, but country. And she was talking about why are those three genres the ones that people will single out by saying I like everything but those three things? And what does it mean to say I like everything? What does that mean when you probably don't? And what does it mean to say you like everything but those three things? And she talked about the ways in which those three genres are all genres associated with the working class originally. And then what does it mean? So anyway, there's a whole big thing about that. So that's background, right? Now, let me tell you this thing that I noticed years and years ago. So I'm a big fan of alternative music, right? And I have long thought it was really interesting that there was a bit of a shift I saw between what we called new wave to what we called alternative, right? So the shift right around mid 80s where quite a bit of the new wave stuff, like the punk stuff, because those things are all related, was Democrat. I love your musicology, Brand. Thanks. Oh, thanks. Everything but I cringe when someone say, yeah, everything but is really messed up. It's actually a really messed up thing, is what I'm going to say. Because hey, Gondlar, it's not true. When somebody says to me, I like all music, but not X, it's usually not true that they like all music. That is usually just a false statement. Because I could probably come up with a bunch of things they also don't like that they just didn't happen to feel like they needed to mention. So it's all about why do you feel like you need to mention this one and not that one? Anyway. It's just not true that you really do like everything. Because I bet it was I'm do you like polka? Often they don't like polka, but they don't say that one. So why are you saying those three? All of which are genres that are, originally sort of working class genres about working class responses to, collapsing economies in various ways. Courier says, I tease people about it when they reply with that. We are having a conversation. What do you actually listen to? Yeah, right? Um, and of course, it's all about various weird politics and posturing. Yes, everything but is basically a statement of prejudice. That's exactly what it is. And this woman, Bethany Bryson, what she was talking about is that when people say, I like all music but not X, what they mean to say is, I do not want you to associate me with X. I don't want you to think I'm the kind of person that likes X. I want you to think I'm the kind of person that likes Y, right? So if I say I like everything, then you think I'm open minded and you think that I'm like cosmopolitan, and that makes you think good things about me. But I want you to know that I don't like X. I don't want you to think I'm the kind of person that likes X, right? So it's actually not even, it's often not actually about the music. It's about the associations with the music. And the reason why I know this to be the case when it comes to, for example, country music, is that people will say, I like all music, but not country. And I'll say, interesting. Now, this is not as relevant right now, but a couple of years ago, this was totally relevant. I would say, well, do you like the Oh Brother, Where Art Thou soundtrack? And they'd say, oh, yes, I love the Oh Brother soundtrack. And I was like, uh-huh. Uh-huh. That is basically country, bluegrass, and old time. But you like that. Do you like folk music by like Pete Seeger when he's playing the banjo? Oh yes, I love the folk music. Interesting, interesting, interesting. But also it's very telling because bluegrass was accepted by like the kind of the folk revival as folk music, but they didn't see it as country, they saw it as folk. And so even though it's whatever. So they'll often like bluegrass if they're especially if they're older. Uh and they'll be like, I love Nickel Creek or whatever, but they will not like country, which says to me this is not actually about country music. So do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? And they'll be like, "Oh, I like Emmylou Harris, though." And like, you like Emmylou Harris, but you don't like country. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Got it. Yeah, 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 yeah. I see you. I see you. So it's like not actually about the music so much. Uh, and Hawkeye says, "So like bluegrass, but not hick bluegrass." Exactly. Right. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. Yes. Uh, do you like avant-garde? Hey, Tapshill, do you like avant-garde jazz? Probably not, but they don't mention that one. You know what I mean? Yes. 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 Absolutely. Absolutely. So I have to talk to my students about that, right? And I was like, hey, students of mine, you know what I've never had a student say to me? I've never had a student say to me, I like all music, but not classical music. Why do you think that is? Because I bet people in this classroom, which is like history of rock and roll, I bet there are people here who don't like classical music, but no one ever says that to me. And let's guess why that might be, right? And it's not that because they all like classical music, but because they think if they said they didn't like classical music, people would think they weren't smart or sophisticated, so they just don't say that, right? So like, trying to get them to sort of think about that when we make these statements about what we like and don't like, we're very often not talking about the music itself, but about what kind of image we want to project about who we are as a human being, and get them to sort of think about that. You know what I mean? Do you like free noise? Probably not like I do. Like I love some good free noise. Uh, I'm such a bigot against bigotry that makes me super cranky. No, I get it. I'm with you. Yeah. They don't want to seem uncultured. Exactly. So even if they don't like it, they know they shouldn't say that, right? So like the idea being that what genres of music do you feel comfortable saying you dislike in a big blanket statement? And which ones do you think maybe you shouldn't say you dislike in a big blanket statement? And I just want them to think about that. And there was another thing I did once. It was like a slightly smaller class, and I decided to do this as an experiment. Another one of the big, like, history of rock and roll, history of American popular music, that sort of a thing. Because I really wanted people to think about the ways in which their statements of likes are often not completely accurate, right? I want them to think about that. And so I asked people, like, what kind of music do you like, right? And after this one class, I said, "So, what kind of music do you like? Let's go. How about you?" Tapshell said, "One of the most damaging aspects of faux blues dance venues." Ooh, yes. Ooh, ooh. Under the umbrella of blues, that it has actually pushed away dancers from the blues form. Absolutely, absolutely, Tapshell, absolutely. But I gotta tell you that there's quite a lot of sketch in the blues dance scene. You know what I mean? Like some blues dance scenes are cool, but some blues dance scenes are kind of sketch. And I'm like, what kind of weird fantasies are you operating under? Like I will tell you this, when I was in the swing scene, the swing revival scene in the late 90s, early 2000s, I didn't pretend like it was exactly like it was in the 1940s because it clearly wasn't. It wasn't the 1940s. It was 1999, and that's different. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not, but people are like, oh no, this is exactly how it was in 1941. I was like, this is not how it was in 1941 because we don't live in 1941. We've all heard punk rock. It's not 19, like, we can't be in 1941. Yes, I'm wearing a zoot suit right now, and yes, I look very good in this zoot suit, but it's not 1941, and I cannot pretend like I'm in 1941 because also I wouldn't want to live in 1941. Point A. That would be awful. But also, we're not. It is not the same. It's fundamentally not the same. You know what I mean? Like it can't be the same. Krellin says, I'm pretty sure I like something from just about every genre. Yeah, that's true. Depending on how broad or narrow you make your genres. Yeah. There's probably something I like in every genre, probably something I dislike in every genre. Millie says, when I'm trying to characterize my taste in music as eclectic, I want to come up with the most jarring contrasts. Oh, I do enjoy that, yes. Because you were allowed to, in the same dance halls, people. Yes, Devil Crane. That would be one major difference. Absolutely. Kiri says, right now I'm really into Riot Girl, folk, punk, and dark synth. It's been that kind of year. Oh yeah. Hawkeye says, I find most of the time anymore it tends to be certain performer style and music presentation more than just genre. Yeah. Capsule, I don't think most band names had daddies in their names in 1940. Tab shell. Yes, that's hilarious. I laugh because it's true. This is why I'm laughing right now. It is so true. But I don't even know how to characterize genre. Genre has always been something we make up for various reasons. You know what I mean? And one of the things I was thinking, this is a thing that I think it's really important to think about. The reason why it can never be the same, which is not bad, right? It's not bad. When people dressed up in zoot suits and dresses and went dancing in 1935, they were dancing to the newest, hottest music, and they were wearing regular clothes that did not make them special or stand out in any way. They just wore what they normally wore, which is like everyday clothes. Like it's like they're going out dancing clothes, but that's what they were wearing, just regular clothes. And then they were dancing to the newest, hottest music, and listening to it made people think, oh, wow, you're listening to the newest, hottest music, and I like it or I don't like it. They were like the center of the space. If you dressed up in a zoot suit and or a period dress in 1999, and then you went to go to a swing dance, probably at a like Masonic Temple Lodge ballroom or some other kind of space that very often not actually made for dancing, because that's where you can go and find these spaces. You are not wearing normal, everyday, average clothes, and you're not dancing to the newest, hippest music that puts you in the center of the scene. You are clearly doing something retro and throwback, and people look at you like, what? Like when you walk, like when you're in the swing dance scene, right? And you're like, pardon me, may I have this dance? That is so different from what the general protocol for dance spaces are in 1999, that you are clearly doing something different, right? It is clearly about something else than it would have been for those people in 1935. In 1935, what they were listening to was considered radical and dangerous and upsetting. And people were like, oh my God, why are you listening to this super loud music that is so harsh and dissonant? And I don't even know if this music is healthy for you to listen to. Like, I don't know. If you listen to swing music, it might disrupt your brain waves because of all the syncopation, and then you'll go wild. Like, clearly dancing to that made you very edgy, very dangerous, and your clothes were considered a little bit, perhaps it was everyday clothes, but maybe a little bit outrageous, right? When you listen to swing music in 1999 or 2022, nobody thinks that about you. Nobody thinks that you are outrageous and cutting edge and who knows how dangerous this is. Nobody thinks what you're doing is dangerous, right? And so fundamentally, it is just not the same experience dancing to swing music in period clothing now as it would have been in 1935. It's just not the same. Just not the same. Yes. Millie says, like Dark Noise was my favorite in the Napster age, and I don't know if it's even a thing anymore. That's interesting. I hadn't thought about that, actually. Hawkeye says, making your face as we speak. How much of a darker pink will this have to be? Just a little bit darker.
Sorry. Name Did you game. Say that again?
No, I'm not talking to you. The name game. Come on, everybody. I say, now let's play a game. I bet you I can make a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name, I treat it like it wasn't there. And then a B or an F, or an M will appear. And then I say Bo out of B, then I say the name, then banana, fanner, and foe. Then I say the name again with an F, very plain. Then a fee, fi, and a mo. Then I say the name again with an M this time, and there isn't any name that I can't rhyme. Ada, 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 Bo, Beta, Banana, Fana, Fo, Feta, Fi, Fi, Momeda. Ada, the name game. Ooh, thank you for that anonymous gift sub. Thank you. So nice. Yeah. And look, please note, I was all up in the swing scene, so I didn't think there was anything wrong. I don't think there's anything wrong with doing throwbacks and revivals. It's just we have to recognize that we actually aren't transporting ourselves back in time. You know what I mean? Courier says, I like subgenres, but not genres. Like, we can be super specific about a scene at a time, and then that's useful. Genres kind of vague and a lot less useful and more about social fashion. Absolutely. Hey, Valtiel, how are you? Tapshell says, I live in Utah. Found out schools here still felt that way about jazz in the late 70s. Ouch. Ouch, Tapshell. That's ouchy. They changed their policies on jazz because their graduate dancers couldn't find placements. Wow. Wow. That's amazing. Whew. It was the easiest name to name for a while, actually. As a matter of fact, that one's pretty good. Yeah. And so I just kind of think it's fine, right? Well, actually, it may not be fine if you're being sketchy. Like if you're going back to the 1940s for sketchy reasons, then maybe you should think about that. But like, I think doing throwback things are totally cool and fine. It's just that it isn't the same. And that just has to be acknowledged. Like even the dancing, I knew so many people were like, what we're doing right now is completely period. We're doing exactly how they did it back then, except that we're not though, because I'm going to tell you a story about two-stepping. Then I go back to this musicological thought that I had. So this, it's 7. We should probably start the game. We're going to have the game up because I think we just have to walk and find a, what do you call it? Survivor. We have to find a survivor. And since we have to find a survivor, that means we have walking to do. So we can do this while we chat. And I think that'll be fine. Just a little bit of this. Okay. So two-stepping. I learned how to two-step. Okay, so there is a phrase that is used in ethnomusicology. Also, I need to build my new chair, by the way. I just want you to know that I need to build my new chair. I have a new chair over there. That's my kneeling chair, which I could totally use. I have a kneeling chair. I remember where I am. I am at this place, and we wanted to maybe take a nap. That's what we were going to do, y'all. We were going to take a nap because it is late. And oh, by the way, I just want you to know this, that after we left, I knew that we had that I had to like take that really long walk from where I was at up here. And so and it would take a long time because I'm overburdened. So I just walked. Just so you know, I just did the walk. So two-stepping. So there is this phrase that some people use, some ethnomusicologists use. Maybe, I don't know whether or not, I don't know who else uses this phrase. Like, I'm not quite certain who all uses this phrase. Maybe anthropologists also use it. I'm not certain. Let's see what we have for food. I actually don't think I need a lot of food. I think I just need to get some soda in me. So let's do that. And the phrase is called in the tradition. If you learn something in the tradition. Now, I kind of think I actually am carrying a lot right now, if you remember correctly. The last time we spoke, I was carrying a lot. Perhaps more than maybe I should be carrying. But that is just a true fact. I'm just carrying a lot, and that's life. We are right now going to just see if there's any kind of repair that we can do. And let's just repair a little bit, because I feel like if we repair, what happened? Did I fail my repair? What? Inappropriate. Um, there we go. Okay. And now I'm carrying less than I was before. Boom. Do you see how that? Easy peasy. All right. Before we go, we're in this space. We're all good. We are a little cold, however. Uh, that's life. That's life. Let me see if I have anything food-wise I need to worry about. Oh, actually, I do have some things I have to worry about. This is what we're going to do. We are going to start a small fire, if we can, because we need to harvest. We need to harvest these rabbits, is what we need to do. But I should probably harvest them before. Uh, yeah, we're going to harvest, and then we're going to cook, and then we're going to, like, we're getting a little cold. You can hear it. We're a little cold. So we're going to, yeah, we're just going to harvest, and it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Here we go. Harvest. Oh, hey, we just got warm again. Interesting. It seems like it just must have gotten warmer. Well, that's nice. That's nice to know. Why don't we start a fire? We're just gonna like kind of take care of ourselves at the moment, and it'll be great. Okay. When Glenn Gould's two recording of the Goldberg Variations, Glenn Gould is very good. 55 and 80 were re-released about 7 years ago. The note said one of the attractions of Gould's 55 playing was he made Bach swing. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, yeah. I actually think Glenn Gould's a really interesting performer. Let's put some cedar in there. Add fuel. Let's add just one for the moment. Let's see what we do here. And let's cook up this rabbit. And also let's cook up more rabbit. And while that's happening, let's... interesting. Let's... So, and I'm going to just eat this while we're here. Because why wouldn't I? You'll be cooking rabbit soon? Nice, nice. So, what I wanted to say was, that, by the way, that did not give me much sustenance, irritatingly. But, you know what? I'll survive it. And then I'm going to just eat this. And then I'm going to cook more rabbit. Nice. Oh, gosh. Pick up. So, born in the tradition. So, along the way, my not safe for worse king oyster mushroom. Yeah. By the way, I just ate all of that rabbit, as just so you know. And is there anything else I can do while we're here? I mean, we still have a bunch of... You know what? We've got 24 minutes on this. Why don't I cook up some... like rose hips and mushroom. You know what I mean? Like just boom. I feel like that's very practical. So, take it, pick it up. The rabbit spirit probably thinks you're being very ungrateful. Maybe. I mean, it's not entirely possible. And let's pick that up. And we have 11 minutes. We'll just take a torch or two. And that's it. We're good. Okay, y'all. We have radically reduced our weight. We could have more water, but we don't, so we'll survive it. We're looking pretty good. I think all we need to do now is save the game. Right? I think we should probably just walk around the area, see what there is to see, and then head out. I think that's what we need to do. Okay, so, born in the tradition. So, ethnomusicologists will talk about, and probably also, oh, hey, look, deer that I could kill, but I'm not going to, because that would be heavy. Um, you know. Okay, so um, there's a difference between being born in a tradition and learning it later. So, wow. So what does that mean? Think about it like this. I learned, and for me, I don't think I would actually use the phrase born in the tradition. I actually think I would think about it slightly differently. So I learned how to two-step in a bar. I was in the army. I was in Texas. I was stationed in Texas, and I went to the bar, and they were like, "Do you know how to two-step?" And I said, "No." And they said, "Okay, here." And so then I danced, and I learned how to two-step in that bar, right? That's just how it was. And we two-stepped, and it was great. And I did a lot of two-stepping just in the bars with folks who were there. And the people who were two-stepping were people who, like, their folks two-step. They just two-stepped, you know what I mean? It's just what you did. And that was just sort of it. So, when I was home on leave, I went to a country bar in California where the people there learned how to two-step from dance instructors who are official dance instructors, like who make a living out of instructing people how to dance. And when I danced with them, they did not dance the same way that I was taught how to dance. They danced, okay, look, we still are not super over encumbered. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. I do wonder if there are cool things to look at around here. But I suppose I should leave it be and just make our way back and try to find this, find our survivor, right? That's probably what I should do. But also, there are these forest talkers, and I really would love to solve that. But, you know, I think we just have to search the region, I suppose. Anyhow, so they first off they used a completely different frame, right? The are you sure? Are you? I am. I am. I'm Trooper. I just am not going to kill those deer right now because I just feel like I'm. Look, I still am very over encumbered. I am still over encumbered. It's just that I'm not as over encumbered as I'm still actually moving forward, you know. My speech is fine, but my behavior is out of character. Like, I just, look, I have forward momentum. So, like, the handhold is totally different. Did I pick up my snares? I'm sure I did. And it's just this is really interesting how when the wind is going against you, it slows you down. I think that's pretty cool. I mean, it does slow you down, so that's frustrating, but it's still pretty cool. And so, like, they didn't, like, when I learned how to two-step in the bars, one things we used, so, do you know ballroom dance? Like, if in a ballroom dance handhold, you have your, if you're the lead, you have your right hand at, like, the shoulder blade of the follow, and then you have your left hand out here.
Somebody's watching me.
I always feel that somebody's watching me, and I have no privacy. Whoa, I always feel that somebody's watching me. Tell me, is it just a dream? Ba-da-ba-bow. Thank you, random person who likes you. Thank you for following. That is very nice. We're talking about dancing. So, and then like your left hand is out like this, and they put their hand in yours, and this gives you a very good, strong, tight frame, so you can actually lead very well. Hello, hello. This is your what? I barely know anything about dancing, and that is limited tango. But this handhold, which is very ballroom dancey, is not how you dance two-step, country two-step in bars. Like, that's not actually the hold. Hello, random person. Welcome in, and thank you for the follow. That isn't the handhold. The handhold instead is actually much slouchier. So rather than this kind of very upright frame, when you're like this, you can't see me very well. Boom, right here. It's like an upright frame, kind of like this. As the lead, you put your hand on the shoulder of the follow. So like I'll put my hand on their shoulder, like so, and they will put their hand right there, like at the where my elbow is. They'll just kind of like drape their hand over my forearm like that, and then the left hand is the same. The left hand is the same, kind of like right there. So like it's a very kind of slouchy thing like this, and then you don't step. You kind of glide, shuffle. That's why you put the sawdust on the floor, because you're kind of dragging your feet a little bit, you know, it's a little bit slouchy, it's a little bit of drag. It's very kind of like a chill sort of a dance. I didn't even know two step was. Yes, actually, that's another point. If you go to a bar where people two step, the vast majority of the dances are going to be a two step, right? So you'll do like when I would go to country bars, most of the time you like country bars. Most of the time you'd be two stepping for the most part. You would also do a couple country waltzes, maybe a polka, right? And then you'd probably do like a Cotton Eye Joe, uh, probably only one, but you probably do a Cotton Eye Joe in there, which is also not a line dance. That's also like a partner dance. It's like a you and your partner side to side by side and you move forward. Uh, and then there'll be like breaks for line dancing, but line dancing would probably be like 10% of the dances done. But if you go to these bars that are not really country bars, they're bars that might have a country dance night, but they're kind of hip and cool. It's like, oh, country dancing is cool. And they would like this is the kind of place that would only have country line dancing, only country dancing when it's hip, and then when it's not hip, they won't have it anymore. And in those places, it's like 90% line dancing, and maybe you do a two step, but maybe not at all, right? You probably would never have a waltz. A lot of these things probably just would. It's just mostly all line dancing. And when people are two stepping, they're two stepping. They've been taught by ballroom dance instructors, right? So they're very very upright, and they've got a very tight frame, and they step, and it's a very particular like it's just not how people who grew up line dancing in bars dance, right? It's how you dance when you're taught how to dance by professional dance instructors who are ballroom dancers. And it's a very different way of dancing. It's just really different. So, what I'm saying about to circle all the way back around to swing dancing, if you look at movies of swing dancers from the 30s, not exhibition dancers like Whitey's Lindy Hoppers, who are like professional exhibition dancers, but like I would recommend like cheap exploitation movies from the 1930s, like Marijuana, Weed with Roots in Hell, or The Cocaine Fiends, or any of these kind of like small budget films. They'll often be set in a dance hall because alcohol's bad and drugs are bad. And they'll have people dancing, but those people are probably not professional dancers. They're probably just extras they got who like go dance in the background. And if you watch them dance, their dancing is not so precise. It's a lot more improvisatory. The steps are a little bit vague sometimes because it's just a little bit more relaxed, you know. But when you learn how to learn how to swing dance now, they teach you very precise steps, exactly how to do it. It's because the people teaching you are professional dance instructors, right? And so they're coming to the dance in a different way than people who come to dance because it's just like what you do on a Saturday night. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? Uh, or dancing bars, anything. Oh, Millie, I used to go dancing in places that had dancing all the time. Actually, hey, Scabby Knack, how are you? And okay, here's my analogy. Anybody who's been to dancing to then again, I've never been to a dance. Oh, well, if you like to dance, it depends on what kind of dancing you like to do. I quite enjoyed going to a nightclub where the music was loud, the lights were low, and I could be in the corner and just like bop myself, just like be there by myself and just feel the rhythm of the night, the night. Oh yeah, the rhythm of the night. To get very 90s on you for a moment. That was very nice. Wait, Millie, you weren't welcome to dancings? You were not welcome to dances? Why not? Who did not welcome you? And who do I need to talk to? I will call a manager because you should be welcome at dances. Come on. You should be welcome. And if somebody was not making you feel welcome, those people I do not approve of. I wag my finger at them is what I do. Everyday dance versus high society dancing. Yeah, yeah, exactly. So if you could imagine, like, how people will club dance, I suppose, where they'll grind up on each other. You were a perennial outsider. Yeah, I get that. I actually got to dances once I left school. Once I sort of joined the army and left and got to a different country, my life changed quite a lot. I in its like it was like school was very bad for me, but being able to be in a space where I wanted to be was much better. Hawkeye says, when we were in college, my wife and I took a square and folk dance class together. It was so much fun. Oh yeah, that's really cool. But right, like I just think about the ways in which there's a difference between. Oh yeah, I want to say this, like, because you know how people like will go to dances and they'll like grind up on each other or whatever. I could imagine in the future, let's say, I don't know, 30 or 40 years in the future, people will be like, oh, we should go to like, let's do a 1990s dance party. I'm really into 1990s dance. I'm really into it. And so people like dress up like it's the 1990s and then they go to dance lessons to learn how to grind. They're like, if you're going to grind, you must stand here and put your hand here and do this. And this is the motion here. And then this motion here. And that,
Come
no,
on to my
you're not
house.
on the beat, right? Like a whole kind of like systematizing, random club dancing to make it something that is teachable. And then it's just not going to be the same. That said, come on in my house, come on. Come on in my house, come on. Come on in my house, I'm gonna give you candy. Come on in my house, I'm gonna give you everything. Thank you for the raid. How we roll. How are you? And also, what were you streaming, by the way? What were you streaming? How are you? How have you been? Hello, Raiders. Welcome in. What? Thanks. I might darken it to a slightly darker pink, but I'm loving it. Welcome in. Welcome in, Jumps in Foxhole. Welcome in. Never went to a school dance, to military dance, I just didn't. That's literally the entirety of the Lindy Hopping community. Yes, absolutely. That is the entirety
Somebody's
of the
watching
Lindy
me.
Hop community. Absolutely. And I'm just like, come on, just know what you're talking about. Speaking of which, I always feel that somebody's watching me and I have no privacy. Whoa, I always feel that somebody's watching me. Tell me, is it just a dream? Ba-da-ba-bow. Thank you for that follow. Quicksilver HG80. Thank you very much. Maybe I'm tipsy, or maybe you were just that charismatic. Gotta follow. Hey, it could be both. That is like possible. We suffered through some Elden Ring. Oh. How do you like Elden Ring? Oh, thank you for the compliment on the vibrato. Gotta just pull in a little bit. You know what I mean? Also the first. It can be both. Why not both? That's what I say. Why not both? We're doing this thing where we're having a conversation that I am like eventually going to get back to this point that I was making, but it takes me sometimes a while to get there. So why was I talking about swing dancing? I was talking about swing dancing because I wanted to talk about this thing. Right. Okay. Long story short. So here's the thing that I noticed from a long time ago. So for those of you who don't know, I teach music history. I'm a musicologist, and I study popular music studies. And so sometimes if you hang out with me, you will hear all sorts of things about popular music. And right now, I just finished this class on rap of the 80s, right after doing a class on Tuesday about heavy metal of the 80s. And I'm doing alternative of the 80s on next Tuesday. And I had this realization that I wanted to share with you. That, it's not a full thesis yet. Also, I have no idea what's going on over here, but I feel like we should find out. This is my thought, that we should go and experiment and find out what's up that way. It also will take me a while to get where we're going because I'm a little bit overburdened. How we roll says, I love Elden Ring, which is odd because Souls games were not for me. Oh, interesting. I love the open world. Came over to steal your French Resistance games with some of my RPG nerd friends, but let's stick to this great chat. Hey, we've got next, tomorrow's our duo episode. It's gonna be Greg and Lindy, and Greg's character has been murdering some people, and is in a very tense way, and both of those characters are in a very tense space, and so I'm very excited to see what kind of trouble they are going to get into, because I suspect it will be a lot of trouble. Those are my thoughts on that one. Hey, I came from that direction last time. Interesting. All right, that's fine. And by a little overcovered, he means, okay, I am maybe 2% off of immobile, but I am moving faster this time than I was last time when I couldn't really move at all. Like, it didn't even look like it was moving. So I feel like I'm just like cruising, So here's a thing that I noticed when I was younger. I listened to like both new wave and alternative, right? So if I'm going to say new wave, which is sort of like
Somebody's watching
connected
me.
to punk, I always feel that somebody's watching me and I have no privacy. Whoa, I always feel that somebody's watching me. Tell me, is it just a dream? Ba-da-ba-pow. Thank you for that follow. I want to pronounce your name right. Charlie21, thank you for that follow. Is much appreciated. Um, Thanks for bringing him over. Great stuff on Fridays. Oh, he's so good. Crap, I need to finish last Fridays. I had to dip to be on a call with a friend. Oh, Krellin, that's a great question. I actually have been watching. I'm not caught up, but I am on. What episode are they on? Are they on 10? I'm like in the middle of episode 3. I got through basically 2 things have happened in my life so that the work that I'm doing right now is work that I can do while also watching Critical Role. Whereas before, I was doing a lot of work that I could not multitask on. I was doing a lot of writing, but now I'm doing a lot of email and things I can multitask on. So now I'm getting myself caught up in Critical Role. So I'm feeling good about it. So that's a very positive thing for me. He's only just for the content discussion. He doesn't even want to be overburdened. It's true. I know I'm an episode, but I moved. Look, I got through 3 episodes in 2 days. And I'm feeling like I'm going to be catching myself up, and so I'm feeling really good about it. We're on like episode 10, right? So yeah, just on my way there. I feel like I'm almost there, right? We're on 10, yes? 10? 19? How did that happen? Wait, how did that happen? Well, I'll just make sure I do at least 3 a week, and then I'll be fine. Maybe even more. Because I'm moving into a good space. Okay, so here's the thing I noticed. New wave music, which was actually also sort of connected to punk at the time, tended to have a number of how did time go by so fast? How did time go by so fast? I do not understand, and I don't know if I approve. But, by the way, what cool characters, huh? Yeah, my secret project took up a lot of space, and now I'm just waiting to hear back what they thought about the second draft. Because I sent the second draft in, 2 weeks ago, and I have not heard back yet. I got the acknowledgement of receipt, but I'm waiting to hear back to see what kind of edits they want or what they're thinking about it. So, there's that. So, here's the thing. Hey, I hope we don't run into any bears. That would be awful. Didn't we almost run into a bear the last time right around here, and that's why we took some really weird route to get here because a bear tried to kill us? What if there are bears waiting for us? What if there's like a bear just like in our faces? Let's not have any bears. The older you get, the faster time goes. I could explain, but I don't want to distract. Okay, so look. New wave often had very political themes, right? As did punk, right? You had things like Big Brother, 1984, songs about nuclear war, a lot of sort of big, it's the Bear Bridge. Big sort of like structural critique was happening in a lot of new wave. And then one thing I noticed about alternative, if we think about the switch from new wave to alternative being around like 84, 85, that the things that were being said became more personal, individual. Oh, really? You're not talking about the time thing? Oh, well, then I want to know about it. But now I want to know. I want to know how as you get older, the faster time goes. This seems fascinating, and I want to know how that works. So someone explain it to me. So, by the way, let's just drink some of this water. It'll be... Ooh, you know what I was thinking? I'm thinking that I don't have a lot of water left. I have a liter. And I know that we're going to run into a survivor, I hope, somewhere soon, who will probably need water, is what I'm thinking. As you get older, each year is a smaller portion of your total life. So each year progresses faster than the last to your perspective. Oh! That is so interesting. That also makes sense. Oh! That's so cool. That's really cool. Hey, do you think that's the survivor over there? By those trees? I don't know if it is, but, we'll check it out. So, you go from things like, Big Brother by Hazel O'Connor from 1980 to, and look, I like all of this music, to songs like the first album by Tears for Fears, The Hurting, is all about individual pain, like individual suffering, individual pain, and a lot of that music went from like structural critique to sort of like a discussion of individual pain. Last night I dreamt somebody loved me, that sort of thing. And that is a thing that I had noticed long ago, which I thought was interesting. That's interesting. And Tuesday we were talking about metal, and I was noting how you have this early metal, and then metal basically explodes and hits the mainstream around like 1985, where it is before, like in 83, it's like 8% of record sales, and in 84, it's 20% of record sales, right? So there's this massive explosion, and who was the new audience? The new audience for heavy metal that comes in is mostly middle class people. Like before it's working class, but once it has a big explosion, there's like a lot of like college students and middle class folks start listening to metal when it sort of hits big. And then that's also the moment where one of the things that really drives this new audience is glam metal. And glam metal tends not to be political, right? If you go back to earlier stuff, you get things like Electric Eye by Judas Priest, which is a political song. There's a lot of like kind of sort of harsher critique. It's a bit harsher. And then you get songs that are less about that and more about partying. You can think of Girls, Girls, Girls by Motley Crue. Hey, by the way, there are birds flocking over a carcass. We should check it out and see what it is. Right? So you've got like a lot of big partying excess songs, and you got songs like Living on a Prayer by Bon Jovi, where in all the structural problems of poverty and lack of jobs and unions and all that stuff is just like, you just follow love and you'll be fine. So it's a very sort of middle class, using love as a distraction from social problems. So it's like, oh yeah, metal did the same thing that New Wave did. Sort of a move from a larger sort of structural critique to less so. Interesting, right? Also, Trooper, you're older than you've ever been, and now you're older than I've ever been. Alex Cooper's in school. Yeah, absolutely. That would be hair bands, Hawkeye. It would be hair bands, absolutely. And so then today's class was hip hop, and I was thinking about how early hip hop was also political, right? But not in a particularly glamorous way. And then when hip hop really hits mainstream in the in the 90s, we move away from more explicit politics to either sort of like gangster as like an outlaw kind of a thing with a little bit less political content, and also partying in the same way that metal went to partying. So that's metal. That's, hey, what do you think is over there, by the way? Also, I feel like right now we should probably
Name game.
use our distress pistol. But first, the name game. Come on, everybody. I say now let's play a game. I bet you I can make a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name, I treat it like it wasn't there. And then a B or an F. On M will appear. And then I say bo at a B, then I say the name, then banana, fanner, and foe. Then I say the name again with an F, very plain, then a fee, fi, and a mo. Then I say the name again with an M this time, and there isn't any name that I can't rhyme. But if the first two letters are ever the same, I drop them both and say the name. I like Bob. Bob drop the B's, Bo, oh Fred. Fred drop the F's, Fo, Red. Oh, Mary, Mary drop the M's, Mo, Airy. That's the only rule that is contrary. Barentor, 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 Bo, Erentor, Banana, Fana, Fo, Ferentor, Fee, Fi, Mo, Merentor. Barentor, the name game. Thank you for that resub, Barentor. Oh, thank you for thanking me for the streams. I get something out of it. It makes me happy to be here with y'all. Thank you. What a callback. I haven't heard that in a long time. Right? Yeah, I got, look. Is my stream an excuse for me to sing? Perhaps. Perhaps it is. What can I say about that? That is just a thing. Kiss, yeah. And, so I was thinking about how a number of these genres that were aimed at basically at disgruntled. Oh yeah, we're going to ooh. Oh, we're going to see if we can find our survivor. We're right by them, right? Cool. Okay, here we go. Survivor. Survivor? Where are you? Are you okay? Are you alive? I hope our survivor isn't... Oh, hey, right over there. Okay, we're going to take our slightly over-encumbered self, and we're going to head that way. Hey, there's a little building over there. Did we see that building, or did we not see that building? I don't know now. I will sing with it. You should. It'll be funny if the flare light on the... Yeah, that would be kind of awkward, wouldn't it? That would be awkward. So I was thinking about how we have a whole genre of stuff that was mostly aimed at disaffected, disgruntled, working class people that was often pretty angry or nihilistic or sort of challenging in some kind of a way. And then as those genres then became more popular, and by more popular, we really mean consumed by more middle class people, and then hitting the more mainstream airwaves, a lot of times those genres then end up changing a little bit, wherein some of the larger structural critique gets replaced with either personal sadness or stories of love or stories of just partying without context. And I was like, yeah. And all that happens between basically 85 and 93. And I was like, I need to go and think about country music because that's one of the other ones that is often sort of set towards disgruntled folks. Or at least I need to sort of think about the various... I need to go and investigate more genres and see how they might have shifted in their politics between like 85 and 93. Because I feel like there is probably a thesis statement going on here. I bet there's an article about this sort of like shift, right? That happens mid to late 80s, early 90s. I'm always gruntled one or another. So like, there you go. I just thought that was really interesting. And also, what is happening over here? I feel like maybe I've been here and maybe I started a fire here. But then again...
Could you say that again?
No, I'm not talking to you. I don't know why my watch thought I was talking to it, because I was not talking to my watch. My watch and I, it's not talking to my watch. Side note, there is a fire pit here. So this is a place that I've been. I can see my bullet shells and everything. So I have been here. And maybe I will be here again. Watch It Listens, what a concept. It was Eddie Murphy's fault. In 1985, he released Party on the... Yep, it's his fault. Hey, do you think I could shoot those birds and eat them? I don't know if that's a thing. Like, I actually have no idea if that's a thing. DSB! Hi, friends. It's Trooper as... Am I as over-encumbered? I like to think of myself not as over-encumbered, just sort of over-encumbered. Also, does anybody know how many calories we have? Like what's our full calorie ring? Because I don't want to waste my MRE. Oh, hey, look at that. Is this a change? It looks like oh, nice. It looks like you cannot overeat or waste your calories. That's really good. That's really good, because now I'm less worried. Because, I always worry about, like, if I eat too soon, it'll, like, waste the food. But it turns out we are conserving our food. So that's good. DSB, how are you? What are you doing? How have you been? What is going on? You sent me messages on the thing. The thing, but I haven't read them yet. This is a tune. I will not have a bad word said against the song. It's fair. More than 3. You had a thought, but didn't state it earlier about, I think, genres or niche genres that have disappeared. Oh, does this spark thought worth mentioning? I had mentioned dark noise. Yeah. I did have a thought about that. Could it be not just an MC shift, but the awakening of Gen Xers coming into their teen years not giving a fuck? Could be, right? That could also, that perhaps they're like, yeah, or just moving inwards. Do you know what I mean? Like it could be that as well. Let's pull out our flare gun because we should probably try to find our person. Where are you? Where are you? Let's see if we can find them. Where are you? Where? There. Okay. That's it. We're heading that away. We're heading that away. We're good. I'm watching your stream so clear. I'm doing great. Nice. Good, good, good. I'm telling you, it's Eddie Murphy. He's a voice of a generation that he doesn't belong to. Eddie Murphy. Genres leaving. I was thinking about this because I was talking about this in class. And so I have long been really interested in the ways in which some genres stick around and keep the name and others don't. Right? So like jazz is a genre that I call it a sticky genre in that, hello Flair, how are you? What you doing? Nothing. Okay. In that we still use the label jazz to describe the original Dixieland jazz band from 1914 and also Bitches Brew by Miles Davis and also something by Esmeralda Spalding right now. Like we use the term jazz to describe things that are radically different and have changed a whole lot over time. We have well over like 125 years, right, of music that we all call the same genre. That's jazz. But yet other things we change their name, right? Like it's country is also country and jazz are both, I would say, cohering genres that they sort of tend to I'm using it, I've made up these terms, by the way. Cohering genres versus splintering genres. And cohering genres like jazz and country are genres that tend to keep the same label over time. It's important for them to keep that continuity. Whereas other genres splinter, and it's really important to them to be thought of as different. So electronic dance music is like that, where they're like, no, sorry, this is ambient, not ambient. Or this is IDM, intelligent dance music, not EDM, electronic dance music. This is dubstep, not brostep. This is house, but it's Chicago house. This is techno house. This is techno. This is Detroit techno. And actually metal also splinters as well, which I think is interesting. It's actually 145 BPM, so it could never be house. Gosh, right. Like it's so specific. They get so specific, and they really want to make these distinctions about how this is not the same as that, and really it's all these like micro genres. Metal has splintered quite a lot as well as a genre. I low key love it. What a bunch of nerds, right? And so I think it's interesting that some genres like to sort of be all one thing, even though you could easily call them not one thing, and other genres like to separate themselves. I think that's fascinating. But I was thinking about how the conversation was about grunge. We no longer use that title. We don't, grunge is no longer a thing. It's no longer a thing. Now, does that mean that music isn't being made that might sound like grunge? Certainly music is still being made that might sound like grunge, but we just don't call it grunge anymore. Grunge was a genre that existed for a while, and now it doesn't exist as a genre with power, shall we say. And it just stopped. And I think that's kind of interesting, right? Like because some genres start and then they stop.
Feels like night is coming.
There is also, oh, this is beautiful. The sky is beautiful, people. Grunge kind of morphed into alternative, and they still use that for, yes, absolutely. And I think it's interesting, that was Baron Tor said that, and I think it's interesting the ways in which genre labels just sort of move, you know? Now, that doesn't mean the music is no longer there, it just means that the genre label is no longer being used. Something else is being used instead. Also, hey, you know what? There's a survivor around here somewhere. Where do you think they are? I don't know why I'm walking on these mountains, but I feel like I feel like there's a survivor in here somewhere. Am I gonna have to wait, listen. To my left. Here. There's a fire. There's a fire right over here. Found it. I also am on a... I might harm myself climbing down off these rocks, but I think I'll be fine. Don't even worry about it. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I don't know how to find the kind of music I used to identify as dark noise. Yeah, you know, Millie, goes back to something that Barontor was saying. I listen to alternative. And I listen to quite a lot of bands that could be called grunge, but a lot of it's been really labeled as punk. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's interesting. I'm going to get back to that thought because there's something really interesting there that I want to address. Valtiel says, there's a lot of music being made that sounds grungy. Now it just been labeled folk something. See, that's also interesting, right? The bear started a fire. Ankle breaker. This thing you have to watch out for. Howie Roll says, counter hypothesis. These disappearing genres are more like movements with a scene or fashion or art. Absolutely. Think grunge, Northern Soul, and England mods. Absolutely. Absolutely. Not a counterpoint. That's not a counter hypothesis. It's the same thing, right? Yeah, metal splinters like hell. If you ask the bands, almost every single one wants to be their own genre, right? So yeah, I think that, I mean, I totally agree with you, but it's interesting, like, which things don't leave fashion. Now, of course, they still sound different. Like look, jazz in 1920 does not sound like jazz in 1990. It just doesn't. But it's important for those people to call it the same genre, which I think is interesting. And then sometimes these things shift, right? So there's a lot of new folk crossing with bluegrass and rock nowadays. So that's cool. Gondler, and then album covers. And yeah. Some bands don't even seem to want to be in a genre. They seem to want every song to be a genre. Yeah. And I was thinking about how grunge. So grunge was a genre. Kurt Cobain died. And then we kind of stopped using the label. But the Foo Fighters still exist, right? Some of these grunge bands still exist, but we no longer call them grunge anymore. We might call them rock or alternative. Because the genre label no longer had interesting power. Do you know what I mean? So it's interesting how you could be the founder of a genre, be right in it, and then the genre sort of shifts, or the genre label's no longer interesting and you become something else. And I think that's kind of interesting. And I was thinking about, so you had brought up a thing that made me think about something, and that was, alternative music was really important to me when I was growing up. I loved alternative music, and alternative music was music that was alternative to the mainstream. It was not on top 40. The albums did not do particularly well. Do you know what I mean? Like, they were not particularly popular. They were not particularly popular is the best way I can put it. I'll take those painkillers. Hey, how you doing, Wade? How are you? Let's have a chat, shall we? How are you doing?
Let's see what's wrong here.
Ooh, you are thirsty. I'm going to give you a lot of water.
Feeling better now?
We are, however, not going to leave this place because it is getting dark, as you can see, and I think it might be important to cook some water because, you know, it's, you're gonna want a lot of water, so I'm gonna have to carry some, so, you know. And that said, I'm going to, can I feed you a little bit more? All right, well then let me water myself. And then I think we should take a nap. And hopefully in the morning you won't be bad. And you're losing water real fast though, and that makes me kind of concerned. Yeah. Okay, well, we can only do what we can do. Do you know what I mean? We can only do what we can do. And I'm going to just take a bit of a nap until the morning. Good 8 hours. Then we'll just check in. When you said it was gone, I was really like, aren't the Foo Fighters... You know, yeah, that was Krellin. Krellin says, when you said grunge was gone, I literally thought, aren't the Foo Fighters grunge? And of course they are. But there's that weird thing where people just like recategorize stuff in weird ways because the genre itself is no longer as... It's a lot of water you're drinking, friend.
Get some rest now.
As... No longer as... forefront, I suppose. Yeah. Yeah, but you know, this is not the first time this has happened. It's not the first time this has happened. So how did you turn off bands that became popular? Right. How much marketing flows to genre titles is... Oh, marketing is really important. Marketing is very important in terms of how we understand genre. But when I say that, I don't mean that as an insult, because marketing is often the ways in which people are able to find the things they're looking for. Also, here's the thing. I think we need more water. I don't want to leave without more water. It's gonna overburden me, and it's gonna be really, really heavy, and it'll make it hard to walk. But I have to. We have a long way to go, and I've got to go and have give this person drink as well. And so,
Made it through another night.
you know, it's just a thing that's gonna have to happen. So that's going to be our life. We know it's a thing. We're ready for it. And we're going to just eat a little bit more now that we know that we don't waste it, so that we can be all up on ourselves. And then we're going to carry this guy. Did we save? Did we save? Maybe. There we go. Pop alternative artist I like put out an album that he insists is country. He put out videos and many people listen to the country charts. See, this is really interesting, right? Because genre is very tricky, right? Genre is a very tricky thing. Because whether or not you count as a genre is not always up to you. The famous example being...
I won't let you go. We're making good time.
Lil Nas X, Old Town Road, where he was being played on country radio. He was going up all the charts. He was gonna hit #1 on the country charts, but Billboard pulled him off of the country charts, saying that he wasn't really country before he hit #1. He was about to hit #1 on the country charts. They're like, "Oh yeah, you're not actually country, and so this can't be on the country charts," even though he's being played on country radio. And so it's like a tricky thing. Like, what? Sometimes you want to be in a genre, and various gatekeepers will not let you be in there, and vice versa. It's tricky. Water myself. Thank you. You just wanted to check my plant outside. Oh, if God is a plan, I'm definitely not going to heaven. Oops.
Hang on.
I did do that as a teenager. I was such a hisser for a while. My plant is not drowning. I need to water my plant more. My plant needs more watering. I would never have thought Foo Fighters were grunge, more pop rock. I would have said Soundgarden or Audiosport. Soundgarden also, right? Wade says, stop with the water. I just want to sleep. No, drink. We're carrying the dude, you know. The only thing that not country about Old Town Road was the color of Lil Nas X skin. Yep. All this arguing about what counts as what genre of music reminds me of the people who argue about what's fantasy versus sci-fi. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And that's also about power and presentation, right? Like, being young adult is not cool. Like, well, let me put it this way. Being young adult is not going to get you, like, a Pulitzer for best literature. In the same way that for the longest time, being sci-fi and fantasy would not get you literature status. And I remember Ursula K. Le Guin, there are these people who were like, oh, she doesn't do sci-fi fantasy, she does literature. And she said, hold on a second, I do sci-fi and fantasy. Don't do that to me. She insisted that people did not take away her label as science fiction and fantasy just because they thought that she was really smart and they liked her. Because she thought that would be throwing other sci-fi fantasy people under the bus, and she didn't want to do that. And I thought, good for you, Ursula K. Le Guin. Good for you. I was like, much respect. Much respect. Humans just love to gatekeep ridiculous things. Yeah, Ursula is awesome, and I really thought that was pretty awesome. She also was not as interested in, like, sci-fi versus fantasy fights. She's like, this is speculative fiction. That's what she called it. And she's like, this is what I'm doing. Like, I don't need to be too... Like, the lines were not as interesting to her. So, if you're invited to the cool kids table, you get a new genre label, says Scabby Neck, and that's actually probably true. That is actually probably true. Depressingly. Look, we're carrying a dude. It's a little slow, but, you know, we're going to have to find shelter at some point in time and get him some warmth and water, and it'll be fine. It'll be fine. We just need to make it to this town hall. We'll drop him off. I don't have enough food, but, you know, it'll be okay. Where the hell are the skies in this game? Canada? I think.
I won't let you go.
It won't. Hey, you didn't hear anything weird, did you? Sometimes I hear weird things in this game. I'm worried that like a bear is coming up at me. Or like a tree's gonna fall. You know. Very good sound. Very good sound in this game. What do we have? Okay. So I feel like we should make it to Molly's... We cannot stay at Molly's farmhouse. We want to eventually make it all the way here. So, hey. Do we have to go back here for any reason? It feels so big. This feels very small. Though I don't think we do. So I feel like maybe the best way to get where we're going... oh, there's a barn. There's a barn. By Molly's place, there's a barn. So if we can get to the barn, we can stay there overnight.
Stay with me.
And warm him up. So I feel like we should probably head towards that barn. That's
Just stay awake.
probably the way to go, is what I'm thinking. At this point in my life, says Millie, not to knock what anyone else wants or thinks, but I no longer care all about any of these labels as anything other than a tool to help me find things. None of them mean anything to me anymore. So, this is interesting. And I would like to throw out a philosophical thought. You know what else is warm? Bears are warm. Bears are warm, especially when they hug you. Or when, you know, your life's blood goes spilling out over your body because they've mauled you. DSB says, I spent enough time in the random subdivisions of romance, wherein paranormal and fantasy are considered two different genres, that I too do not pay much attention to genre labels. But it is interesting how a certain label prevents some authors from gaining recognition and respect. Yes, and that's where the things that are at stake, right? Because if you have the wrong label, you may not get sold in the, you know what I mean? Like, it's about like, you may not get sold in certain stores. You may not get, I mean, there are a lot of things like these labels have impact on people's lives. Also, how am I supposed to get down from here? Because I clearly can't jump. So let's see if we can find a way down before this guy dies. You know how it is. Yeah, where is a tauntaun when you need one? Yes. Please don't decide to live ensconced in a bear cave with a bear just because swarm. Maybe. Lil Nas thing makes me cranky. I didn't know. Oh, yeah, absolutely. But here's the thing about Lil Nas X. This was not the first instance of this. Before Lil Nas X came out and got pulled off the country charts, Beyonce did her album Formation, right? And the song Daddy's Lessons, she's like, this is a country song. And like, because she's from Texas, right? She's like, this is a country song. I would like this song to be entered into consideration for country charts. And they're like, nope, nope, you're Beyonce. This is not a country song. And that's why, by the way, when the Dixie Chicks, the Chicks, were invited to sing at the CMA Awards, they invited Beyonce to sing with them. So they did a duet with Beyonce where they did Daddy's Lessons and one other song, one of the Chick songs. And they started off the performance with like, you didn't know that Beyonce was going to be there, and like one of the chicks was like Texas, and it was like Texas because they're from Texas, and then Beyonce pops up, she's like Texas because she's also from Texas. So there's this moment where they were like, though they all were doing this like duet together at the CMA Awards, which caused all sorts of scandal. Of course, that's how these things go, because like Beyonce's like, yeah, I'm from Texas, I grew up with this music, and this is my, I want to do this or want to do this song. Sort of like within a sort of like a country space, and they said no, but she got to play at the CMA Awards anyway, right? I can't decide if that means I'm just a cranky person or if the world is just a place where I present as cranky. It could be a combination of both, and if you're probably not a cranky person, what's the word? Essentially, do you know what I mean? There might be just some cranky things, you know. I'm sort of tuned on things. I didn't know any of that. Pretty cool. Yeah. The CMA Awards. Yeah, it was pretty cool. And that was like and it was kind of like after the whole Beyonce thing and then Lil Nas X, the country music industry has been kind of doing a little bit of a reckoning because a bunch of people of color are insisting on space.
Sorry, I
No,
couldn't hear what you said.
I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to my friends online, Watch. Also, I feel like I'm going to need to start a fire, but I
Hang
don't
on.
want to.
I have.
It's just that he's getting really cold. But I kind of want to wait until we can get to this barn. Nope, can't do it. Gonna have to do it here. Sorry. Okay, let's place you. Let's place you right here. Shall we?
You're safe now.
Are you?
I'm here.
Okay, we're gonna start a little fire. Perhaps a very big fire. And we're going to light it. And we're going to warm you up.
Just in time.
Wait. Did he say that? Okay. It really, like, sorry. The reason why I look weirded out is because as I'm looking at him, he's to my right, and I heard his voice in my left ear. So it kind of weirded me out a little bit, because it really, it really sounded like there was somebody to my left, and I was a little, like, weirded out by that. I was like, oh, wait, what?
There.
Also, I used the
Should be
the cedar firewood, which was probably a little bit overkill. Sorry. That was probably not the best choice. But it is life. It's finished? Ooh, okay. I cannot check Discord at the moment because of my cursor situation, but I will, and I'm very excited. Want to be part of the convo tonight? Yes. Yeah, I don't like being cranky either. You watch just wants to learn to be less racist. Give Watch a chance. That's true. Does your Siri go every time you say sorry? Oh, Gondlar. Sorry. 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 Maybe that's what it was. Gondlar. I don't like feeling cranky. No, I understand that. Yeah, you know, it is, also, I really don't think I needed a full-on cedar. I think I'm wasting fire. But, at least he's not gonna die. Can I make anything while we're here? Like, is there anything I can do that will be useful? Like, maybe I could make some bandages while we're here. You know, just...
Come on to my house.
Come on to my house, come on. Come on to my house, come on. Come on to my house, I'm gonna give you candy. Come on to my house, I'm gonna give you everything. Woo! Thank you, Atomica! Atomica, how are you? What were you doing? And by the way, we're doing a giveaway in like 5 minutes. If you want to be eligible for the giveaway, you just have to make sure you say something in chat. The giveaway today is going to be Call of Duty World War II. It's a video game. You know Call of Duty. You shoot things. It's World War II. That's it. So just just make sure you say something. Pink Colonel. Yes. What were you? It's like being rewounded. Yeah. No. Yeah. You just have to sort of like work through it, right? Hello, Trooper and friends. Hello, Lo-Fi Prince. How are you? Welcome, Raiders. What were you streaming, and how was it going? And also, that is a cute emote. I love that. Say something by Great Big World. Yes, absolutely. Also, I really love. Is that a lizard, Scabbynack, or a squirrel? I had a thought, by the way. It's a cute emote. And everyone here would know what it was, but someone hasn't beaten Outer Worlds yet. I'm going to beat Outer Worlds real soon. When is it? It's unclear. Oh, it's a bearded dragon. Nice. I was close. I was in the lizard family. Okay, look. I had a thought and I lost it. So what do we do about this fire? Because the fire is, we've got another hour and 21 minutes on this fire. I should not have have used my cedar firewood. You know what we could do? We could maybe take a quick nap. Like, I could take like an hour-long nap, perhaps. Like that. Like, yeah, let's do that. Let me just like take an hour nap. That seems like it wouldn't be too bad because we've got the fire and everything, and I wake up and I'm a bit more rested, so we can walk longer. And well, yeah, I probably should have more rest, but he's doing well. I'm doing well. Although I feel like I should probably eat a little bit more out of my MRE. It's hard to make out jamming so hard. Yeah. I was streaming Tunic. It is absolutely adorable and reminds me of Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. Ooh. Real soon, but yes, the one from it is a Slugcat from Rain World. I have one for when Trooper dies. Oh, okay. I might die. This is a true statement. That does sometimes happen. That death sometimes does happen with me. That's true. I should save. No, the person's alive. It just doesn't look like it, Crit Witch. Oh. I remember what I want to tell you all. This is from the Hyper RPG days. If y'all remember Hyper RPG, there was a thing that they did where they would... we're going to just take torches because we might as well get some use out of this. You know what I mean? So if we... Okay. Let's go. Let's go, Wade. What? Oof. Let's go. We need to hit where? We need to get... Well, I feel if we go this way down, we can hit this big bridge and then make our way this way along the road. That seems like a good idea. This will give us a couple places we can stay in case it gets really dark or we're really tired or anything like that. I feel like that's a good idea. I must go get food post-stream, but we'll be lurking. Oh, good. I need to get food, too.
We can make it.
Wait. No. Nope. Here we go. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay. Hold on. Hold on, everybody. We've got a problem. We've got wolves. We've got wolves. We have got wolves. We have got wolves. Wolves. We've got them. Don't like it. No, wolves don't like it.
I've got you now.
Okay, here we go. Excuse me. Campfire. Start a fire. Go. Start fire. Start fire. Go. Start fire. Start fire. Start fire. Fire. Start fire. Start it. Start the fire. Start the fire. Start the fire. Go. Fire. Go. Fire. Go. Now. Fire. Before the wolves get here. Wolves. Fire. Okay. Quick. Fire. Add fuel. Coal. Okay. I could have shot that one. So they're wolves, and I don't appreciate that. And they're here in my face, and I also don't appreciate that. But we are going to kill one, and when we kill one, then they will go away. And that's what I wanted to tell you. Oops, I almost had that one, sorry. That was a miss shot. Trooper, you don't start fires by shouting at them. Are you sure? Because I feel like maybe you do. So, I wonder how loud you have to shout to start a fire. We didn't start the fire. It was always burning, though. I think I must have clipped that one. No, I didn't hit that one. That's alright. It's alright. No, that was a miss. Sorry. You have to like time it just right. Pardon me. Ooh, sorry, they turned. That was my bad. That was my bad, and I know it. Sorry about that. That was my bad. That was a bad shot. I have to have better trigger control. I'm going to kill one of these, and then I'm going to eat it. Also, how's my fire doing? My fire's great. Okay. Where are you, wolves? I would like to have wolf food. I clipped that one, by the way. For the record, I did. Right, I hit it on the shank. It's alright, it's alright, it's alright. They're losing their morale. And I'm going to kill them. One. At some point. You know what? I feel like this would probably be a little bit easier if I... Again, I hit that one in the hind shanks. Hind shanks! The other ones I missed, but that one I hit. Do you want to have wolf food, or do you want to be... I don't want to be wolf food. I feel like that is not at all fun. Hi, wolves. Also, how's my fire doing? Sounds good. I was a little too high. A little too high. Clearly. It's alright, it's alright. We just have to get these wolves to lose their morale. I know, right? I just feel like their wolves are way more hardcore than actual wolves. That one should have hit. These are like steel-plated wolves. Steel-plated wolves, I'm telling you. Hello, wolf. How are you? I'd like to have a chat with you. I decided to wait on that one. Yeah, that was a gut shot. I had that one I had, but it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Gonna. Ooh, a local tea provider. Here we go. Let's see what we got here. I hit that one. I hit it. I saw blood. There's blood. What? Cyber wolves. Ooh, speaking of cyberpunk. Oh, I remember now. Hyper RPG. So, Hyper RPG, I don't know if you remember, there was a song, a happy birthday song that they would play all the time. Happy birthday, Crit Witch, happy birthday. Hi, Mikey B. Sits Frog Sit. How are you? Wolves do have to eat. I know, but do they have to eat me? Is the question. Because I feel like they always want to eat me, and I find that rude. You know what I mean? And so it was like the song, Happy Birthday, Crit Witch, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Crit Witch, happy birthday. Your dog says woof woof to you, Crit Witch. Your dog says ahoo. Birthday, Crit Witch, happy birthday. Feliz cumpleaños, Crit Witch. Yeah. If you remember that website, I was just looking into it again. And do you know what? There's an actual woman who actually sings every single one of those songs. Like, they don't cheat. She actually sings them. She's sung them thousands of times. She sung that song over and over again a gazillion bazillion times. Also, I'm going to note that
I'm gonna check you over.
we're running out of time on our...
I've done what I can.
Yes. By the way, I'm going to do this giveaway. I just need to deal with the fact that these wolves are not done yet. They actually are not gone. And I need for them to be gone before any giveaway happens of the Call of Duty type. It's a Steam key. It's a humble bundle Steam key giveaway. Come on, wolves. Wait. Here we go. Oops, pardon me. I did not have my gun out. Awkward. All my herbal teas that I got recently had licorice root in them, and I didn't notice. Oh no. I'm sorry about that. Hey, wolves, look. Oh, hey, hold on a second. Hey, campfire. Let me just add a little bit of fuel, because I know how you are. You are very much about going, you know, dying on me, and then I'm sad. So, oh, hey, look, the wolves are done. Wolves are done, and I just added fuel. Be right. Be right just gifted us 250 bits, and for those of you who do not know, that means something around here. It means something. I almost remember that birthday with the birthday songs. Like, yeah, she sang it like 1,000 times. Wasn't that Happy Birthday song some alternative no royalty song? Yes, someone wrote because of the bullshit now to fuck copyright on the Trisha one. Yes, as a matter of fact. So yeah, maybe we should use Wade as bait. So Be Right just earned the 25k bits badge. By the way, we have to go and do. Share, we've got to go do emotes. We got to talk about it. So now, come on, who would willingly sing the same song over and over again in Pig Latin? Very happily, is this a mirror I see before me? Perhaps. So it turns out, when we get bits, then I sing the song We're in the Money. But I sing it like Ginger Rogers did in the film Gold Diggers of 1933, which means I sing it in Pig Latin as thanks. And so Be Right, as thanks, and holding a mirror before me, I would like to sing We're in the Money as sung by Ginger Rogers in the film Gold Diggers of 1933, which means I'm going to sing it in Pig Latin. With my old-timey megaphone, because that would be how a good old-timey crooner would sing it, and I love this megaphone. And so Airway and hey the anime, Airway and hey the anime, Ivayat galeat way exti utet galeang way, Airway and hey the anime, Either I skays are ani say, Old man the aviation pray, we are a wood, you stay on my young ray. Ewe ever eat ray and lay on slay, Ev way at Brian slay, te day. And when we see the end, the look left the eye, we're in the eye, we're in the money, we're in the money. We've got a lot of what it takes to get along. Thank you so much for those bits, Be Right. And thank you for the excuse to sing in Pig Latin, which is really, this is really what I want in my life. You know what I mean? Yes. DSB, genres, literature. We were thinking about it, right? Irwe Inhei, the anime. So you know,
come in handy.
I don't know. I was told that you can't really make new ammunition in Wintermute, that you can only do that in the other one. Hello, Wolf. How are you? Weird. I don't know if this is actually true, but I figured I might as well just pick him up. Maybe we will be able to learn how to make ammunition with him at some point. You know, might as well see what we can do. Still irritated that I shot. I mean, look, I'm telling you, I did actually hit the wolf. You can see there's blood splatter up there. So I did. Wait. Why are they still talking? Why are they still here? Okay, so I just, you know, clearly we are not yet ready. I'm a little concerned. I'm a little concerned. I feel like they should be done. Yeah, I hit them. I saw blood. It got confused. It sounded like a little like, we're in the anime, which is really appropriate for this game. It's true. So I think, look at all these wolf tracks. Hey, this is a weird question. Do you think we could track the wolves if we wanted to by following their tracks? Like, I don't know if that's true, but, I mean, I don't know. I can't say, but that would be kind of cool if you could. The best defense is a good offense. We're going to take a torch. And then we're going to pick up Wade. And we're going to keep going. And I hope that we can get where we need to get without being dead. Okay, let's go. Wolves, do not come back because I'm not interested in talking to you.
Hang in there.
Right? Not interested in talking to the wolves. That's that radio tower that I bet there's a quest for at some point in time up there in the distance. So there was something about literature that I was thinking about. Y'all,
Hold on. Just hold.
I feel like we have the best conversations. I feel like he's not doing well, however. I feel like he's traumatized. If you picked him up, would you say you were weighed down? Ba, 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 ba. If the best defense is a good offense, and the best offense is the destruction of the sun, does that make the destruction of the sun the best defense? Yes. Yes. The conversations here absolutely unmatched. Look, it is good times. Oh, hey, does anybody know what those we were trying to go and figure out what those 2x4s were on those trees. I've seen them before, but I don't know what they are. Are they to reinforce the tree trunk like during for storm time periods? There was the theory that maybe they were there to collect syrup, maple syrup or some such sap. But I was just wondering if people like because I've seen them before. Like I've seen trees that have these on them. Right? These sort of like see right here?
Not far now.
Does anybody know what they're for? Because I feel like Hawkeye should know. Hawkeye seems like the kind of person that would know exactly what these are for. Yeah, and because the thing is, I have seen them before, but I feel like it must be for like stability, maybe. You think it's to keep the deer and others from stripping the bark off? Oh, that's interesting. Oh, Chameleon sees troopers just playing out all thoughts in her head as she walks through the snow. Yes, yes. Ready for the Wade plucking scene. You know what? I don't know what I want to have for dinner tonight. I just realized that. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to have for dinner. I have a thought. Ooh, egg sandwiches. Ooh.
Just stay awake.
They eat the bark and it eventually can kill the trees. Oh, that's interesting. You know what's really good? Speaking of egg sandwiches, I really love scrambled eggs with cheese in a sandwich. Like a nice scrambled egg cheese sandwich. Delish. I am a fan of that, and I approve of it. In case anybody was wondering.
We're not far now.
We're not far, and I feel like we're in a pretty good space. Ooh, yeah. Fried eggs in bacon grease with mayo and cheese. Nice, that's good. I make such good... I love scrambled eggs. Lo-Fi Prince does. I've seen things like that used for connection points, for netting on fruiting trees to keep the birds from eating the fruit as well. Oh, okay. Makes sense. And it would make also sense that maybe nothing's happening with it right now because it's the winter. Yeah. And you have the best eggs right now. I think I'm out of eggs. That reminds me, I need to get some Miracle Whip. Eggs. Ani Geek, I need to tell you something.
Hold on. Just hold.
It's really important. I need to tell you this. I love Miracle Whip. Many people do not love Miracle Whip, and they might mock you for liking the Miracle Whip, but I want you to know, solidarity, I love Miracle Whip. I think it's good. I think it's delish. I love Miracle Whip. Just so you know it. Yeah, I think it's great. I love it. Many people do not like it, but I do like it. My eggs are so good, their yolks are so orange, the orange are getting a complex. So what I really like my Miracle Whip, I like to make my tuna salad with Miracle Whip. So I'll do like the tuna, some Miracle Whip, and then some pickle relish in there. And I find that makes a really delicious tuna salad. And I have it like with bread, and, as you do, because it's Miracle Whip. And I think, look, I actually have a very good feeling about this. not this guy who clearly weighed, who's
I won't let you go.
who's delirious right now and not doing well. But I'm feeling good about where we're at because there's a building over there that I bet we can get to, and I think we have time before it becomes nighttime, right? Yeah, like I feel like we're actually in a pretty. I am smelly. Why am I smelly? Hey, why am I smelly? Do you notice I've got 2 smell on me? Why am I smelly? Oh, probably because I've got like guts on me. Probably that's probably what it is. It's fine. We'll get to the town hall. We'll just take care of it. It'll be fine. I don't even worry about it. Yes.
Just stay awake.
Let's see. I've always preferred the whip to mayo. I mean, I like it very much. Yep, best tuna salad, no relish for me, but Miracle Whip is great for it. Yeah, I mean, you can also drop out the relish. That's also fine, but I like the Miracle Whip. So, Anna Geek says, I don't like normal mayo because it tastes like grease. If I wanted to eat grease, I would just get some lard because it has more flavor. Okay, How I Roll wants to know, what is Miracle Whip? Millie prefers to make their mayonnaise from scratch. I would love to try from scratch mayonnaise. I bet I would really like from scratch mayonnaise. So, yes. So, yeah, Miracle Whip is imitation mayonnaise, but it is, it's kind of like a spice. It's tangy. It's like a imitation mayonnaise. It's kind of a bit of a tang to it. Yeah, it doesn't. I hesitate to call it an imitation mayo because Miracle Whip contains eggs. Oh. Huh. If you really want intense mayo, you can make it with bacon grease instead of oil. But when I say intense, I mean it will knock your neighbor's socks off when you eat it. Oh. Well, what does that taste like? I want to know what that tastes like because that seems really interesting.
I won't let you go.
There are so many things I have never eaten, but I'm really interested in. I like regular mayo too, but I also like Miracle Whip. Yeah. I actually also like Max Ritter. We're moving slow because we're carrying somebody at the moment. That's the only reason. It's because, you know, we're carrying someone. It's not because we're also carrying a lot of stuff. So it's like Mercanese. Yeah. I've made mayo before, but I never did it with bacon grease. I should try that out. Kewpie mayo is where it's at. I've never tried that one. The only real way I can eat mayo is if it has Chipotle blended into it. Chipotle, yeah. No, I'm carrying somebody. Mercanese is accurate. Yeah. This is interesting, right? Because I feel like Miracle Whip is a little bit different from mayonnaise, right? There's clearly a difference to it, but it isn't mayonnaise. It's this different, yeah. I feel like it might have more oil, perhaps. Yes, no. It's sweeter. Mayonnaise is an ingredient, not a condiment. It's sweeter, but it's also tangier. Hellmann's? Yeah. So there are a couple of things that I think are very American. Miracle Whip is one of them, but I love Miracle Whip. Don't love American cheese. Processed American cheese like
Don't
Velveeta.
close your eyes.
It's not my fave. That is not like my joy. Someone told me that British salad cream is close, but not exactly, though I don't know myself. Oh. Yeah, see, for me, I don't like it because Velveeta American cheese has no cheese in it. It's just oil and food coloring, and so I don't like that. But if you go to a cheese store and get American cheese that is actual cheese, that actually I think is tasty. But I don't tend to like Velveeta. I mean, Velveeta is better than government cheese. Well, on a geek, that is true. Although I have not had government cheese since I was a kid, so I probably have forgotten what it tastes like, if you know what I mean. Millie says, mayonnaise made with rendered bacon grease instead of oil tastes like bacon invaded your brain, placed a flag, and started a colony. That doesn't sound bad. It should be used sparingly and with other strong ingredients, or as an extremely light note on any salad. Oh.
Stay with me.
Government cheese is like 90% oil that is flavored. Yeah. Do you remember powdered milk? I remember powdered milk. That was a thing. Ham and Swiss and Miracle Whip. Ooh, where the Swiss is nice and firm, the ham is just... So, speaking of stuff on sandwiches, we've still got powdered milk. Yeah, it's still like this. No, it's just that I was as a kid, you would get the government cheese and also powdered milk, so we'd drink powdered milk as just milk. So here's the thing. You may use powdered milk to make hot chocolate mix. Oh, that sounds fun. Oh. Hide to that reference. Liar! Liar! Powdered milk mixed with milk is wonderful. Oh, I haven't tried that. I should try that. So, here's the thing. Here's what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about sandwiches and sandwich meat. I really, a sliced processed sandwich meat that is like ready packed is not as tasty as going to a deli and getting actual meat sliced and then eating that meat. That is amazing. Like, I love like a roast beef sandwich with actual roast beef that comes from like a deli. So good. That is so good. I just need you all to know that. I think powdered milk has soy protein, doesn't it? That's why it tastes weird. Oh, I don't know. Milkception. Noodles, powdered milk, and government mac and cheese. Cheese for mac and cheese. Formula has a lot of stuff added to it where I don't think powdered milk does. Oh, interesting. We use a Carnation instant milk for hot chocolate recipe, along with Nestle's quick and powdered coffee creamer. Oh, huh. Interesting. Hello, your favorite narrator. How are you? Hey there, I lost a level in Happy Wheels. Oh no! Amazon Alexa got to pick how many subs I gift. So have a good day from your friendly neighborhood YouTuber, your narrator. Thank you.
Name game.
Thank you so much. You know what this means. It means the name game. Come on, everybody. I say now let's play a game. I bet you I can make a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name. I treat it like it wasn't there. And then a B on F. On M will appear. And then I say Bo at a B. Then I say the name. Then banana, fanner, and foe. Then I say the name again with an F, very plain. Then a fee, fi, and a mo. Then I say the name again with an M this time, and there isn't any name that I can't rhyme. But if the first two letters are ever the same, I drop them both and say the name. I like Bob. Bob drop the B's, Bo, Arbo, Fred. Fred drop the F's, oh, Red. Or Mary, Mary drop the M's, Mo, Airy. That's the only rule that is contrary. One lucky Kai, Bo, bun, lucky Kai, banana fana for fun, lucky Kai, fee, fi, mo, mun, lucky Kai. One lucky Kai, Scott Parsons, Sue. Scott Parsons, Sue.
Game.
Scott Parsons, Sue. Scott Parsons. Wait. Scott Parsons, Sue. Scott Parsons, Sue. Okay. Scott Parsons, Sue. Scott Parsons, Sue. Scott Parsons, Sue. Scott Parsons, wait. Scott Parsons, Scott Parsons, Sue. Scott Parsons, Sue. Scott Parsons, Sue. Scott Parsons, Sue. Bo, bot Scarsons, Sue. Banana Fanafo, bot Parsons, Sue. Fee, fi, mo, mot Parsons, Sue. Scott Parsons, Sue. Chin, both chin, banana Fanafo, chin. Fee, fi, mo, chin. Margaret Catter TV, Bo, Margaret Catter TV, banana Fanafo, Margaret Catter TV, fee, fi, mo, Margaret Catter TV, Margaret Catter TV, the name game. Look, I've got to figure out how to say it first. If I can't say it, I can't name game it. Scott Parsons, Sue. Scott Parsons, Sue. Yes. Whew. Fun fact, this is my wheelhouse. I worked in a cheese factory and processed cheese factory. Really? Oh, you should say more about this. This is very exciting. I want to know more about that. A good pepper pastrami on sourdough, or I love sourdough, with a very light coating of bacon mayo and a very sharp mustard will be. Look, I love a good sharp like sourdough bread that's like really sharp. Love it. Remember when food stamps were a little coupon book like things? I do remember that. I remember that. I remember. Do you remember? Member berries. Some of the grocery stores in my town had specific lines you had to go into the food stamps. Yeah, yeah. Where they sell these books. I remember that. I remember that. And I remember they always looked kind of like Monopoly money to me. Like when like the food stamps, they always looked to me like Monopoly money. And they had the little perforated thing and everything. Yeah, there was such a pain at the checkout counter because the stuff people would try to buy with them instead of what they were for. Oh, they have cards now? Oh. Maybe it refers to the college PSU. Oh, maybe. Maybe. The Feldspinfer. That was a rude gift bomb. What a batch of names. Love it. Those were some hard to sing names, but you know what? I love the challenge. A great sourdough makes such a wonderful. Oh, Millie. Sourdough, extra sharp cheddar. That on it for my grilled cheese sandwich. That is my life. Also, by the way, we've got to do our giveaway. I almost forgot. I think maybe it's Scott Parsons Power Supply Unit. Maybe. Or that's a PSI now, isn't it? So by the way, who's the winner for our Call of Duty? Nightbot. Who is it? Who has won, Nightbot? Tell me. Tell me true. Barontor! Hey, Barontor. I don't know why you're not following. Because I feel like you were following, but then something must have happened to unfollow you. But, Barontor, you have won Call of Duty. And I am going to whisper you the calls of the duty. The duty calls. Yes. Oh yeah, I remember that too. As a kid, we were on the big split. My day was in. Yes. Yeah, he's subbed, right? So I don't even know what that's all about. I don't know what that's about. Mikey B. Sigfrod said, woohoo, duty. Duty. Take care, Barontor. Okay, so where are we at? Yes. So back to the game. And by when I say back to the game, I mean, you know.
I can feel my face again.
Isn't there a song about that? I feel like there's a song about that. I don't think... Well, hold on. What... I think a question I have is... what time is it? Do we stay here overnight? Or do we not stay here overnight? These are questions that I have. Unclear. But... Let's put this guy on the ground, shall we? Here you go.
I won't leave you behind.
Yeah, Barontor, you won. And I wanted to, I wanted to give you the codes. You were in the bathroom. No, it's no worries. Yes. So, Harvardi's good. So, Barontor, I'm going to whisper you right now. And I'm going to whisper you, and I'm going to give you 3 codes. One is for the Call of Duty, but then I'm also going to give you these 2 expansion packs that come with it. And I just want you to check to make sure that everything works because, I have a backlog of keys and some of them are a little bit, they've been around a while. They haven't been redeemed, but I just let me know if you get them and if they all work for you. Just let me know, and then I will, whisper. I don't always, but I may love it. Secret Whispers. It is Call of Duty World War II is what it's called. And so, by the way, I've got a bunch of these keys that I have not put on the block yet, and you might think, why is that? And the reason why is because I own them, and I want to give them away when I'm playing that game. But as you know, sometimes it takes me a while to get to the game because of things. Is the multiplayer basically dead? Why? Let's diagnose some Wade. Is it fun?
Just gonna see if I can help.
Okay, let's.
Feeling better now?
Great. Hey, I feel weird about this. Not me personally. Um, it is. You know what? It's getting dark. We should probably just sleep here overnight, right? Although it isn't dark yet, which is, I think, the thing that I'm contemplating. That it isn't dark yet, and I'm not quite certain. Running out of food, so there's that. Like, these are tricky things. Okay, let me just go and drink water. Um, for PC it is. Console still kicking. Oh, interesting. Trooper, says Krellin. I can't even remember the last time you changed games. You need to play shorter games. This is true. Like, I will tell you, Krellin, what you're saying is not false. I do like to try to mix it up. Like, since we're playing these two long games, I think that the next games I want to play something short. So I want to try to do like a short little thing for both of them, which I feel like will not be too hard. Like, I try to do a little. This is like session 40, by the way, for Long Dark. Yeah. Oh, good. Yes, thank you, Barantor. It's fun. Good. Once the new CD comes out, the last one usually dies. Interesting. Listen, just because your Outer Wild save file's older than COVID, I mean, okay, it might be older than COVID. That is true. By the way, we're gonna leave this guy here briefly while I go outside and collect some firewood, because I feel like we need perhaps a little bit more. Although, can I get wood from in here? Like, are there things in here that I can ravage and leverage? It does not look like it. So I'm just gonna step outside to see if there's some firewood. I think he'll be fine in here overnight. I don't think the world will end. So, hey, look, it's a shelf. Break it down. Yeah, we're just gonna break down this, yeah, this is it. This is us. I know it looks like I'm moving very slowly right now, but that's because I picked up some firewood. But we're going to start a fire, and then it won't be so bad. Because we sort of need... he's cold, and he's not warming up very quickly, so I feel like we start a fire... I have no tinder. I have no tinder? Really? Come on. That's unlikely. I'm pretty sure. Come on. No, I do. Oh wait. I don't, do I? Okay. So I need to build some tinder. Okay. I've got so I will craft some tinder plugs. I didn't realize that I was out. Have I played Brothers? Have I played Brothers? World War II and Black Ops are the only Calls of Duty I like because I like World War II. It's mostly realistic and black. Oh, okay. All right. So let's just start a fire here. And, I feel like, I don't think I played Brothers. No, I think I played the other one, Bastion. I played Bastion, but I haven't played Brothers. But I do want to play Brothers, and I actually think I have it because I've heard good things about Brothers. This is also this game would go twice as fast. You stop carrying everything you find. That's probably true. I mean, you're not wrong. Hey Wade, how you doing? Wade, how are you? How's it going?
Let me have a look, okay?
How are you, Wade? Wade's drinking all my water. Brothers a pretty short game. Emotional short. Oh, well, I like... Those are two things that sound very good to me. Both emotional and short. I'm going to... I know that we have more than enough, but I am going to cook water. Like, that is just a... we're just going to do that because I feel like... Oh, oops. Well, awkward. My fire ran out. That was not the best. Oops, I feel irresponsible. Irresponsible. By walking carefully while carrying everything he encounters. uh, I always thought of this game as an excuse to talk about stuff when we walk slowly through ice and stuff. Maybe. Yeah, but he keeps talking about his plans for future games. I'm here to reality check. Okay, I'm going to play future games in the future. At some point in the future, like there'll be a future where games happen future style. Somehow. How exactly is not 100% clear how that's going to go. But, you know, also I am running out of food is a thing that I would like to share with everyone. That my food situation is not as good as it could be. It's actually what I would call perhaps bad. So, and I feel attacked. There we go. We're gonna just sleep for 8 hours, wake up, and then need to drink more fluids. Brothers, I highly recommend playing it with the controller. Oh, okay, excellent. Don't let Krillin win that argument, Trooper. You still get things done. How late? I'm probably gonna go to like, oh, here's my thought. Here's my thought. My thought is that
Name game.
the name game. Food is my thought. Come on, everybody. I say now, let's play a game. I bet you I can make a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name. I treat it like it wasn't there. And then a B or an F. More an M will appear. And then I say Bo at a B. Then I say the name. Then banana, fanner, and
Feeling better
foe.
now?
Then I say the name again with an F, very plain. Then a fee, fi, and a mo. Then I say the name again with an M this time. And there isn't any name that I can't rhyme. Voltio. Volpez. Volpez, banana, fana, Volpez, fee, fi, mopez. Volpez, the name game. And Volpez is like, sleep, please. Thank you so much for that, Volpez. And I thought that, like, there's like my, okay, so, but, Volpez. Why did I say Voltio? What's in my brain? Okay, so, here's what it is. Hey, Volpez. So, this is what I'm thinking. What I'm thinking is that when we get to like right about 9, I'll order food, and then when the food comes, I'll leave. On the other hand, I could also maybe order food now, because sometimes it takes a while to get here. So how about if I order the food, because I just realized what it is that I want to eat. There is this place that serves mac and cheese, and I thought that would be delicious. So, I thought that would be great. So I'm gonna order it, and then I can play until it gets here. And this seems like a wise choice on my part. Right? Order now, then the food comes, and I have a moment that I gotta go. And so I'm gonna get mac and cheese with smoke barbecue pulled pork, which I think is good. And I should probably get a salad, but then I won't. I feel like I'm just not gonna get a salad, so I should get a salad. I feel like salads are like responsible. So I should probably just do that. You know, get a salad. Oh, are there baked beans? Ooh, let me see. That's dinner. They've got garlic bread, mozzarella stick, chicken fingers. They do not have baked beans, but that would be really good. That would be really, really good. Now you're making me want baked beans. Why'd you do it? It's fine. I'm not mad. Yeah, mac and cheese with pulled pork. Noodle and Co. used to have a mac and cheese. Ooh. If you get a salad, you can have it for lunch. That's true. I can actually. That's true. When I order food, I like to get two things because then I can eat the second thing for the next day, and it saves on, it's more, it saves money. If you know what I mean. It's like, yes. All right. Ordered and ordered. So when it gets here, we'll go. That's it. I think my favorite salad combo is a nice Caesar salad, yes, and a slice or two pepperoni pizza, yes. I can save on churches, exactly. Okay, look, I gotta tell you, and this is Atomica. This is your fault. The thing I'm gonna say right now is all your fault. Not in a bad way, in a good way. So Wade's fine. Let me pick up this torch. So here's what I want to tell you. I had a question I wanted to ask people, and then I thought, oh, when will I do that? And I just kind of forgot to ask the question. This was like
easy.
Earlier today, I had a thought about a question I wanted to ask people, and I don't bed. I would like to have more light. Right now, okay, we're getting light. Oh, hey. Dawn is coming. So, I am concerned that we did not actually, that I didn't pick up my bedroll.
Okay.
And I do not want to leave without my bedroll because that is a problem that I have had before that I do not want to, though, I actually probably don't need, I can probably just use a book of matches here. I miss cuddling with Dawn. Okay, what do we got? Bed. Where is this bed? I do not see any bed. I feel like there's Wade. Oops. You didn't see a bed, did you? I didn't see a bed. I didn't see one. Anyone? Look, I'm pretty sure that I took this with me, so I don't know why it said bed. Is it counting? Oh, look at that. It's counting that as a bed. Well, that's nice. I had no idea that we had a nice, comfortable bed right there all this time.
Only one way.
Yeah, it was a hay bed. Okay, so here we are. We just need to orient ourselves to get out of here. Look at that. It's not bad. Not bad. Okay, so here's the question I wanted to ask that Atomica, you reminded me. I would like to ask everybody here what your favorite pizza is. When you're like, ooh, I like this. When you're like maybe like your go-to pizza, if that makes any sense. When you're like, oh, I like a good pizza, and this is the one that you get. What is that pizza? That is what I want to know. Pepperoni, pineapple, jalapeno. Ooh, okay. Nice. I like pepperoni, artichoke hearts. And then if I'm going to be really fancy, by the way, aren't we like, well, we're getting close to dawn, so. If we're really if I'm going to be really fancy, I'll put like extra garlic on it. That would be like extra fancy. Pepperoni, mushrooms, green chili. Nice. Chicken, bacon, barbecue sauce. Ooh, that sounds very good. 2 answers. I want to hear it. You didn't ask me. No, Skybank, I'm asking everybody. I want everybody to know. Barbecue chicken pizza. Ooh, that's good. Supreme with extra sausage, mushrooms, sauce, and cheese. Add a little spinach on the side for, oh, nice.
We can make it.
Linguica, onion, green pepper, hot sauce. Ooh. Cholula's good. Shrimp, onion, and mushrooms with a garlic sauce and
We're
a...
making
Ooh.
good time.
Hey, everyone's describing really, really delicious sounding pizzas.
I won't let you go.
Millie, I don't have a go-to pizza. I don't think I've ever ordered the same pizza twice. I have, however, had my orders end up on the menu at a gourmet pizza parlor. Ooh. Okay, what is the... All right, Millie, what is the last pizza that you ordered? Because now I want to know. Because that sounds very delicious. When I was in Germany, side note, they would sometimes put an egg on the pizza, which was kind of cool. Like a fried egg, like right in the middle of the pizza. That was cool. Cholula green pepper sauce is so good. It is. I also like Philly cheesesteak pizza from Papa John's. Oh, I've never had that one. Is it good? I should try it. I've never had it. Favorite pizza? Gator sausage and hot pepper pizza from a pizzeria all the way in Portland, Oregon that I no longer have access to here in MA. I am so sorry. My favorite toppings are almond slivers and fresh buffalo mozzarella. Ooh. I've never had that. That sounds good. You know, pizza's so great. Pizza's a great food. Like, you can do a lot with pizza. You don't have any good local pizza places that I know locally. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's sad, because pizza's good times. Also, we're just going to walk this guy back to town hall. I do not think we've finished all of the quests. We don't have the... we haven't finished, like, the Forest Talker quest, but... we also don't have enough supplies. We have to do that. That is a thing. We need to give them firewood and food. By the way, we also need to figure out where there's a workbench. Maybe I don't need a workbench. I don't know. I need to repair my coat and also my hat. So if there's these things I need to do repair-wise, that'll probably involve being at the town hall a little bit. But I think we'll be fine. Also, I always call people on this, it's linguiça, not linguica. Oh, I thought it was linguica, but it's linguiça? Okay. Thank you, Atomica. Sadly, my favorite local pizzeria was a casual COVID. Oh, no. I'm so sorry, Krellin. You know, restaurants have such small, slim margins. Like, COVID really did a number on them. That's not great. There's a really good pizza place in Scamanex Town. They're expensive, but they load up the pizza up. Our local pizza place isn't as good as they used to be. The original location burnt down. It hasn't been the same since. Oh. You know, I don't have enough food. Nor firewood. I actually do have some firewood, but I don't have enough food. And I just want to share with you the pain of Ostrad's life. We're going the right direction, right? We are. Okay. Good. It is a long walk from here to Tipperary, but we'll make it. We'll make it. It's one of those weird words that's spelt in a way that it can be said odd till it's heard the traditional way. I know, I just need to shoot some wolves. Or the wolves need to just, you know, give up. Also, why is it this cold right now? Also, our poor, like, victim really gets cold real fast. It's, kind of shocking. He should maybe relax. Ostra's life is better than her... Oh my gosh. Her ex/current husband, her estranged husband, is not having a good life. Not having a good life at all. At all. At all. He's not carrying a person plus 60. It's true. But look at her. She's not even complaining. And she's only snapped her ankle like once or twice.
I got you.
A couple times. We also make chorico, which looks like it should be said churico, but it's chorizo. Oh. Oh. It says, what I would love right now is an artichoke heart, crocodile tail, and buffalo mozzarella pizza on a San Fran-style cornmeal crust with a super fresh style bright sauce. Ooh. I would eat that. Absolutely. Crit says, I'm the plain person, I guess. I just generally get Supreme from the grocery. There's a pizza place down the road that has the kind of gourmet pizza that was pretty good. They haven't made a pizza since they lost their pizza people several months ago. Okay. I will keep the thing up there so when it comes. I was thinking about folk songs. I was thinking about, she'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming around the mountain. She'll be coming around the mountain. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. And I was thinking about how when I was in school, I learned all those folk songs. You know, She'll Be Coming Around the Mountain and Clementine, Waltzing Matilda, like just a bunch of songs we learned. And I don't know if people learn those songs nowadays. Speaking of which, can I put this guy... I cannot put this guy in the car.
Stay with me.
So I cannot put this guy in the car, which is awkward, because he's getting cold, and I wanted to put him in the car to warm him up, but I can't, which is sad. Oh man, speaking of non-traditional in American foods, I had some cow tongue tacos a few weeks ago. They were amazing. Ooh, Atomica. Yes. A lot of districts don't have music. You know, it's true. A lot of people just don't have music programs. Or only have a year or two, yeah.
We can make it.
Which is, you know, sad. Because music is awesome. And I'm not biased. I am biased. But I know it. We had a... By the way, I had a bunch of meetings today. I had butter poached tongue dish in a Persian restaurant once. It blew my mind. Ooh. That folk song has a totally different meaning to... Has for Julius Bjornsson. It's wild that art and music are the first things that go, right? Both are so bad, but absolutely. No, I see you. I see you. I see you, Atomica. I see you. Okay, look. Guy's getting cold. He's in the red. We need to stop and start a fire for him. Which we will totally do. I kind of wish we were in a slightly... There's a little house there. Have we ever looked at that house, by the way? Do you know if we have? We should save. We're gonna save.
Hang on.
That's why I don't have my apartment yet. Sumac berries. Okay, so he's in a bad way. Here's the question. The question is, how far can we... My parents have some that I got. I know they're using... Oh. So look, there's a little house over there. Can we make it to the house? A shack. A shack. A cabin. A cabin. Can we make it to the cabin? Rather than trying to, like, just do it out here in the middle of nowhere. And by that, I'm now thinking about a Beatles song. Why don't we do it in the road? I think that was Lennon. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know. Trooper, I want JJ's pizza now, and it's all your fault. I'm sorry. What is happening over here? I actually don't think we've been here. Y'all, I don't think we've been here, because this is a dead body that I do not recall seeing before. So I kind of don't think we've been here. So that's a thing. There's a dead body here? I'm sort of appropriate in my stream, and others it feels wrong to be risque here. It's assuming a Persian comment. Oh. Yeah, screaming. No, I think it was him talking about screaming. So this person is, has been shanked. Dead prison guard has been shanked, everyone. Well, we are going to go to that place. Oh, do you think it's a bad idea for us to go to this place? I'm concerned. So there's a blood trail and a dead prison guard and a deer that we can kill for food later. And signs leading us to this place that I am concerned that when we go there, it'll be bad.
We're not far now.
We are not far from a place that is probably our doom. I did not loot him because I'm carrying the guy, and I can't loot him until I put the weight down.
I have...
This is not going to go well. Oh, there probably isn't a murderous escape convent in this specific cabin. I will loot him on the way back, is what I'm going to do. Also, there are deer around here, so I can maybe kill one for its food, and maybe be a little encumbered, perhaps. You know, Millie says, wow, I've been so in my food mine that I didn't even know what was going on. Do we drop? No. We're still carrying the survivor. We're actually quite far from, like, we're right here, and all the way over here is where we need to drop the survivor off. But our survivor now has lost all of their heat, so we're going to go and head to that building right over there. The only problem is there's a whole blood trail leading to that building, and also a shanked dead prison guard up by the road. So I suspect that we're going to run into some friends in that building that are not our friends. And we're going to run into that person while we are carrying a victim. And I feel like all of that is a bad idea. Do you know what I mean? You know when you're like, oh, I bet that's a bad idea. I think it's a bad idea. I think we're making poor choices. But he is freezing. We need to get shelter. And I'm losing a lot of heat. By I mean Ostrid. So I kind of feel like we need to hit this shelter so that we don't...
let you go.
So that we can warm up. It's just that I'm sure we're going to run into bad things. Yeah. Let's save again. Let's just for no reason. Let's just save again. Shall we? Let's do it. Yeah. So, and on our way back, we can loot him probably. Yeah, there's just a lot of blood. Yeah. No, hey, Wade.
Far now.
We're not far. And we're probably going to meet friends. Dang, people, I'm really excited about this mac and cheese. Because, like, very excited about it. Oh, y'all. Maybe
Don't give up. I won't leave.
maybe the convicts are dead.
I won't let you go.
And then we'll be fine. You know what I mean? Like, maybe when we get there to this very slim shelter, they'll all just be dead. I know that mac and cheese is going to be so good. And then I've got to do a recording. I've got to record a song. I've got to sing a part for,
We're not far now.
hey. Y'all.
Just stay awake.
They eat hairdressers? Yeah. Okay.
Hang in there.
Okay. This person does not seem to be doing well. Great. But here's the important point. We have got shelter. And we're going to put Wade right by this fire. Come on, Wade. It'll be fine. Wade. Right there.
I'm right here.
Yeah, Wade, we're gonna just start this fire right now. And then perhaps we'll have a conversation with this person. If they're, you know. Luckily, I don't have to shout at the fire to start. Because sometimes, you know. The sound of ordering from untranslated menus online, hairdresser pizza, no idea what I was getting. Nice. Oh, man. I got the American pizza in Italy.
Perfect.
It was not very good. Let's do that. Let's put 2 reclaimed woods in there. And while that's happening, we're going to eat the last of our food, probably. We need to kill a deer. A female deer. And then also a drop of golden sun. You know? And then also, you know, me. The name I call myself. And also, like, you know, I'm being silly. We're going to just feed Wade. Oh, hello. Jelly put...
Feeling better now?
A doe. It's a deer. Okay. Hey, how much water do we have? We've got 1.25 liters. I know this is not perhaps a wise choice, but I'm going to cook up more water. Mainly because, ooh, hold on. Let's add some fuel. Let's add coal. Because, the thing is, let's add one of these reclaimed woods. And let me go and check this frozen corpse. Empty. Interesting. Huh. Well, let's see what we can find in here, huh? A long way to run. This is also empty. Interesting. Wait. What happened? No. All right. Is there anything in here? Well, this place is pretty cleaned out, which fair. Am I loaded down? Ooh, Barn of the Empire. I am. I'm not as loaded down as I could be, but I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna get loaded down again. That is a thing that is gonna happen. Also, I want to kill a deer and take its food, but I bet it'll be too heavy, so I won't. That's just like a, I want to, but I won't. Also, I wish there was like something on that body. Oh yeah, I've got to go sing a song. So when our stream is over, I'm gonna go and sing a song, and then, you know, for an RPG. I've got to sing a song for an RPG, and then I will do some work. But I'll probably put on the old Critical Role, episode 3, while I'm doing it, so I can catch up. That is a thing that is going to happen. You know, it totally will. Oh, speaking of reading, I was trying to explain Atlanta to a cohort. I think Atlanta Nights is the best, and I love it. Also, I hope that fire stays lit. It's lit. So, what do you think that dead body's for? Do you think it's just atmosphere? Probably, yeah. Probably. I'm completely out of food, y'all. I'm completely out of food. That is not good. It's not good. Oh, I did. No. I ordered the food. I ordered mac and cheese. I've got mac and cheese coming. With smoked barbecue pulled pork.
Thank you.
So, ooh. To Officer Gray, from Regional Deputy Commissioner Stevens, re Blackrock transfer. Have we arranged additional officers for the upcoming inmate transfer? Roads and conditions are never good on Great Bear, and this year I'm hearing they're even worse than usual. Let's make sure we have enough help, where and when we need it. As you know, this bunch won't make it easy on us. Regards, R. Stevens, Deputy Commissioner. Ooh. Well, that was that. Let's think about our lack of food and how much I dislike our lack of food. Yeah, the inmates kind of killed each other. Yeah. They killed the guards, and they turned at each other. It wasn't great, you know? Yeah, I suppose I can survive 3 days without food. But I mean... You know, I do have some tea that has some calories. But there were some deer around here that I noticed that do not currently seem to be around here. Which is kind of a bummer. Because if they were here, I would shoot them. And I would hit them, and I would have venison. And it would be delicious. And I would be happy. And I would bring in the extras. Hey Wade, I'd bring the extras to the town. Because they need food. And that seems to be like, you know, me being very responsible. Hello, Werewolf Feels! How are you? Werewolf Feels, I was just thinking about you. I can't. I know, but I have no food at the moment. And I'm gonna get hungry. You know. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna get hungry. And then I'm gonna want food. And then I won't have it. And then I'll be sad. Also, yeah. I feel like this game reacts to situations like this. We saw a deer, but now we need food, so the deer are invisible. Probably. Legal Kimchi! Came by bring break to my Thursday night D&D. Legal Kimchi, hi! I haven't seen you in a long time. How are you? What are you up to? What are you doing? It's so good to see you. Hey! Legal Kimchi is super awesome, if you don't know it. And also, let's see. I believe the command is that Legal kimchi. Did I do that right? No. How about... No, it's a streamer. Oh, I bet it's this way. Oh, it worked. It worked. Hey, ta-da! Legal Kimchi's awesome. Does amazing YouTube stuff, and you should watch his stuff because it's really good. And that's what I wanted to tell you. That's a thing that you should know. Yes. We're gonna save this. I ordered the American pizza when I was in Italy, and the American pizza was a pizza with French fries and also hot dogs. Yeah, why is Nightbot all delayed? And also, where did our deer go? Because I wanted to kill it and then eat it. Hey, here's a question. You know how you can quarter the food, the meat, and then eat it later? Why? I did do an interview with Legal Kimchi. It was super fun. Also, this fire has gone out, and Wade is cold, so I'm going to have to restart it. Sadly. Why is this water non-potable? Also, why did it burn out? It should have stayed. Whatever. Whatever. Was it a whole year ago? Was it? Millie says, the hairdresser pizza also had French fries on it, and mayo and hot sauce plus some kind of meat. I forget what, like hero meat or something. Yeah. You know how Americans sometimes have interesting versions of other people's food? Other people also have interesting versions of American food, and I find that
Come on to my house.
fascinating. Come on to my house, come on. Come on to my house, come on. Come on to my house, I'm gonna give you candy. Come on to my house, I'm gonna give you everything. Hello, welcome in, Asteni. Asteni, how are you? How have you been? What were you streaming? What is going on? Tell me everything. You know what? There have been such lovely friends hanging out recently, and that is so nice. That makes me really happy. How have you been? What have you been streaming? What's going on?
This might be serious.
Yeah, you know, like, what's the word? Why is it heavier? Because you haven't cut the... No, but I suppose the question is, why would you quarter it rather than just taking it with you? Do you know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't I just harvest it right then and then go? Like, that's what I don't understand. Why? That's what I want to know. Oh, hot sauce, mayo, and peanut butter thing. Oh. Hello. Hello, Mukian21. How are you? Raid! It's not a raid. I'm finally out of an ad. How are you? I'm good. I've ordered, what's the word? Wait, this is my Grubhub driver. Oh, hey. Hey, my food is here. That's awesome. Let me tell him thank you. And thank you. Thank you. Whoop. Thank you. My food is here. That's awesome. I'm very excited. I have no food. I have food. Ostrid in this game has no food, and I'm quite concerned for her health because of the lack of food. I'm worried that she will die of starvation because she has no food. That is my concern, and it worries me. And we are currently here, and we need to get here. Also, we need food. We're going to save. That's what we're going to do. Quartering lets you take it from a dangerous area to somewhere safe. Oh, I see. Here, we're going to do this. We're going to quit. Yeah. Oh, I see. But it weighs more and you get a little bit less meat. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Trooper, you need to save and go get your food. Don't leave your driver. The driver dropped it off. Just dropped off the food. But I do live in a dorm, so I might want to pick it up so that other people do not get my food. Donuts. I need donuts. So, like you're in the middle of nowhere, you could quarter and take it to a house and butcher it the rest. Oh, I see. I see. Yes. All right, so I'm going to go get my food. And I want to thank you all for being here. And we are going to, we're gonna go. Ooh, we're gonna raid Pumpkinberry. Is what we're gonna do. We're gonna raid Pumpkinberry, because that'll be awesome. So everybody, let's go and raid Pumpkinberry. You can find me tomorrow at what do you call it? You can find me tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern for City of Light and Shadow for a solo campaign between with Greg and Lindy, and their characters have a lot going on, so I'm excited for where that's going to go. And you know, the last episode of Tidal Blades is happening on Saturday at 4 p.m. So let's go and say hey to Pumpkinberry while I get some food. We're gonna go raid. Thank you everybody for being here. You're the best. You can find me all the stuff, and you know, I got all my socials. There you go. Do all the good stuff. We're gonna go raid, and I'm gonna get some food. All right, everybody. Thank you, and you know, I'll catch you on the flip side. Y'all the best. We're gonna do a raid. Raid. Thank you, everybody.